Hey boys, welcome to the most woke YouTube channel that's related to Forex, more specifically, because there's many more woke people than me, including Alex Becker. True inspiration of this channel, but he's not as good of a trader, but he is a little bit more woke than I am. Anyways, this video is going to be about how to improve your trading strategy. Now, whether or not you already have become profitable, these statements will still apply, and you will be able to add them into your trading routine in order to increase your win rate, increase your profitability, increase the amount you win each time, or decrease your losers, something along those lines. I'm sure you will be able to follow along. It's quite simple. Let's jump into it. Now then, I'm going to be looking at this in a very analytical way, not necessarily just telling you to find new strategies, better methods, things that work better, trusting different people. This is going to be a way that you can analyze it for yourself, and then you can figure out for yourself a method that you already have. This is an example of something you already have, and you just want to make it a little bit better each and every time you trade, each and every month you want to get a little bit better. Now, this will take a lot of time. Now, the first thing that you do need to do is backtest everything. So anytime you did get a new strategy that you do want to test out, see if it's profitable at all, you do want to backtest that strategy and make sure that it actually is profitable or close to profitable, so that you can make those slight adjustments, things like this. And I have actually made quite a few videos on how to backtest. There's a video how to backtest like a pro, and there is also a beginner guide, and this video is actually within that beginner guide, so you guys can look at that backtesting information for yourself, figure out how you can do that for yourself. But check out backtesting like a pro. That's actually how I've backtested in the past. Now then, once you have a strategy that you are working with, let's say it's close to profitable or it's slightly profitable, something like this, you want to make it even more profitable, what you need to do is start collecting data properly. Now, the program I suggest is Edgewonk, and there should be a link in the description for the journal that I use. It's a single time purchase, so it's not like a reoccurring monthly thing. It was pretty cheap, like $200, something like this. So it wasn't too bad, and it actually helped me crazy. And what it allows you to do is basically test different variables, different styles of trading, different variations on the same trade. So every single time you go into a trade, you can say, okay, what if I took this entry? What if I took that entry instead? And then you could see the differences between the two lining up beside each other in the long term across a data set. The other thing it allows you to majorly do is test different strategies. It tells you the different win rates, tells you things like if you do go into only a slight drawdown on certain strategies, then maybe you could tighten up your stop, different things like this. A lot of great information so that you can then look at that data and figure out where you're going to be slacking. And a very common thing that I was able to come across when I was using Edgewonk or a similar software of your choosing was some variables weren't profitable, or they were less profitable, something like this. So a very, very simple example is it will tell you that maybe NZD pairs don't make you money under this certain strategy, or maybe you're trading at this time of day and it doesn't make you money. So the Asia session, it doesn't make you money, but in New York Open, it could be making you money. So this is very simple. These are the very obvious things that are going to allow you to cut those out and then increase your win rate or your profitability per trade. And then you can be then more profitable in the long run. This is just something that you do have to do if you do want to get a better trading result. You can't just go willy-nilly going based off feel, because we can know one thing for sure: you can't trust your emotions. That's why we think with our brains and not with our hearts. Hearts are for love, brains are for trading. Let's keep them separate. Do not try to combine the two. I know way too well, and you guys don't have to do the same as me. Now, there's tons of other things in that journaling software, but these are the major things that were really standing out as key things that you need to at least create in your own journaling software or use that one, and is really, really revolving around having different variables of what you should be trading, and you should just do it for everything you can think of. Think of things like what was the trade style? Was I trading the trend? Was there a major spike in the market? Was there manipulation before entering the trend? Was there a momentum shift shift, what were the candles looking like, anything you can think of. Just start applying all of these different variables and get as much data as possible, because then you can pick and choose. And really, the data that you come up with could mean anything to you. You could come up with something very, very silly, like, just the candle shape right before the entry, or maybe the daily candle on the entry or something is bullish or bearish, something like this. Anything that you can possibly think of that might help possibly make your strategy a little bit better. Now, the one last thing that I would recommend that is super, super important is you need to reflect weekly on your trades. At the end of every single week, you need to have a list of all of your trades with screenshots, and you want to go back and you want to reflect and say, hey, what did I do wrong here? Look at it from a non-biased perspective, and then you can really understand what you were doing wrong in that particular trade. Make a note of it. Say in the next week, okay, this is what I'm not going to do. And then each and every week, that's slowly going to build on your subconscious, and you won't make these same kind of silly mistakes that I know you guys do it. You're doing it over and over. You kind of make the same silly mistakes. And when you do start writing things down, and you do particularly notice the things that you are making mistakes week after week, then you will actually eventually stop making them. For example, you could be jumping into trades too early, and you will notice that very quickly with a screenshot. If you always jump into the trade a little too early, and then there's a little stop hunt, gets you out, and then it goes in the right direction, that will tell you eventually over time, you know that you need to be ignoring the jumping in too early, wait a little bit longer, look for this extra confirmations, things like this. That might be a great advice for you guys. Don't jump into anything too early. Last quick little point is, it's kind of hard to help you guys with, but you really need to get your mindset kind of right. And that's really going to improve your trading. If you're always looking at the market like you're going to be losing, or you're not putting in 100% effort, you're kind of just going and looking for the best trade of that day, and you're not being incredibly strict with your strategy, and you're not making sure that you're following all your rules, you're kind of being lazy, you're not looking at the charts at the right time, you're not following that very disciplined rule, you're not following your diet even. You have to be a very disciplined person to be able to be trading. And if your mindset's really not there, something else on your mind, or you're lazy, then your trading will also suffer in the exact same manner. So if you change one thing in your life, start reading a book every single day, that will actually in turn help your trading, just because you are improving your discipline. That's absolutely everything for me, guys. I hope that I was helpful. If you do like this video, please make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, so you can join in on the streams and learn some actual real trading. And if you guys are interested, you can follow me on Instagram for a couple of little signals here and there, photos, and follow along the lifestyle. See you guys next time.